Hello guys, and welcome back to a new episode of Pokémon FireRed. In the last episode we got to Fuchsia City, and in this episode, before we do anything else, I would like to show you that John is now in level 30. I took care of that between this episode and the last one, so before we do anything else, I think we should find something in our bag and there it is, and use it on him. So there we go. And now we finally have a Jolteon, which was exactly what Johnny wanted his Eevee to be, and that is good. And it is trying to learn Double Kick, so we will of course teach it Double Kick. It is a regular attack move, while Dark is a special attack, and this one focuses on special attack, but I will teach it to it even so, just in case it needs it at some point. So let's get rid of Sand Attack. And there we go. We have a Jolteon, which is much more usable. Even though I like Eevee, I have played through an entire game without evolving my Eevee before, and that is pretty interesting. But let's see. Stats are pretty good. It has a very high speed stat and a very high special attack stat, so that is very good. Sadly it doesn't have any electric moves yet, but we'll try to find some for it. Anyway, in this episode we are going to do stuff. And first of all, we are going to start down here, in the Safari Zone Warden's home. So let's just stop by and say hi and see what's going on there. He has some stuff on display here. Old Pokémon merchandise is on display. Pokémon photos and fossils are on display. So this guy seems to be somewhat of a collector. And apparently he has problems speaking. Yes, I suppose. Okay, let's just leave before something bad happens. Just smile and nod and run away. And in this house we have... I'm the fishing guru's older brother. I simply love fishing. I can't bear to go without. Tell me, do you like to fish? Sure, I told the other ones I like fishing, so why not you too? Grand, I like your style. I think we can be friends. Take this and fish, young friend. And we get a good rod, which is not as good as the super rod that we got before. A crummy old rod could only catch Magikarp, yes, but with a good rod you can catch much better Pokemon. But it's good to have because we get different Pokemon with this and the super rod. But before we go anywhere, I believe there's an item right here. And there is. That is one of the few item locations I actually remember. But I suppose you have to remember some and just forget some others. So now, let's go and take a look around here. What's this? Hello? Warden Slowpoke is running a promotion campaign right now. Try to get to the farthest corner of the Safari Zone. If you can make it, you'll win a very convenient prize. Then maybe you'll try to do that. It sounds very useful. We nicknamed the Warden Slowpoke. You know, he has that vacant look like a Slowpoke. It's not that nice to call the Warden a Slowpoke, but okay, I suppose. Warden Slowpoke is very knowledgeable about Pokemon. He even has some fossils of rare extinct Pokemon. Very nice. I have some fossils too. They are pretty to have on display. Warden Slowpoke came in, but I couldn't understand him. I think he's got a speech problem. Yeah, I think so too. I couldn't understand him either. But hopefully you get that sorted out after a while. Now, let's just go up here. And, hello. That item ball in there. Were you wanting that? Me too. Huh? That's a Pokémon? Yeah, it is. It is a Voltorb. And we have seen Voltorbs before, I believe. Though, this thing we haven't seen. This is a Chansey. And it is very, very rare. And it's exclusive to the Safari Zone. Which we'll get to in a little moment. This thing is a Lapras. aka the King of the Seas. Which does not live in the Safari Zone, I believe. Hello, little kid. Did you try the Safari game? There are some rare Pokemon that only can be caught there. Yeah, I know. But we'll get to that later too. And it's an Omanite! And this is the Pokemon we would have gotten if we had taken the Helix fossil. We haven't gotten around to that just yet, but since we didn't take the Helix fossil, we will see this one. Or we can add this one to the Pokédex here, and we can see the other one later on. Oh, I wish I was a Kangaskhan baby. I'd love to be a substitute for the baby, and snuggle in the mother Kangaskhan's belly pouch. But only Pokemon can use the technique substitute. Want me to teach substitute to one of your Pokemon? Not right now. It can be good to use, but I don't want it right now. What it does is that it cuts away a quarter of your HP and turns you into a decoy of sorts that will absorb as much damage as the amount of damage you took away from yourself. And it breaks once the enemy has done that much damage to you, but it's nice to buy yourself a little bit of time in some battles. And this is the Kangaskhan that we have seen before. But that is that, so let's go into the Safari Zone. And welcome to the Safari Zone. For just 500 you can play the Safari game. You can roam the wide open Safari and catch what you like. Would you like to play? Sure. I would very much like to play. We only use a special kind of Pokeballs here. And that is the Safari Balls. We'll call you on the PA when you run out of time or Safari Balls. Well, I'll wish you the best of luck. Now, what he means is not exactly that we have a time thing going on here. If we open menu here, we can see that we have 600 of 600. That means we have 600 steps to go before we have to stop playing this game. Or not this game, but you know. We also can't save when we're in here, so if you go in, make sure you have enough time, or else you'll just have to use the retire option and lose your money potentially. Not that it's too expensive, but you know. We won't be able to use our Pokemon in here, so no need to worry about that. But let's go on and take a look around here. This is the center area. And there are in total several areas around here. 4, I believe. So, out here in the grass we'll find wild Pokemon, and there are a lot of them. So, our options here are to throw a ball, which will make us throw a Safari Ball, which has the same catch rate as a Great Ball, which is 1.5. And, that is decent. Can be a little tricky to catch the harder to catch Pokemon, the rarer ones and such. We can bait them, which will make them stick around for longer, but they will be harder to catch. And we can throw a rock at them, which will potentially make them flee much faster, but they will be easier to catch. So let's just throw a ball at this one and see how it goes. Not too bad at all. So yeah. This is the place where you'll easily be able to add lots and lots of Pokemon to your Pokédex for about no money at all. because you get 30 balls for 500 Poké Dollars, and that is not much at all. I might not be able to go through everything in here in the time we're given, sadly. But oh, it's a Kangaskhan! I would just like to try and catch this because it's very rare. There are several Pokemon in here that are pretty rare and exclusive to the Safari Zone. And yeah, they won't attack you if they get a turn. They will just watch carefully, and if they take too long, they will flee. And oh, almost. And there it fled. The rarer Pokemon will usually flee much faster than the less rare ones, but that is the challenge of catching them all in here. So, the several different Pokemon that are exclusive to this area are Kangaskhan, as you have seen, Chansey, which you also have seen, and ooh, Sunny Day. I'll go over that in a minute. Dratini and Dragonair, which are two dragon types of the same evolutionary line. Tauros, which is a normal type, and in this game you will be able to get a Scyther in here, which you otherwise can only get at the Game Corner price place. And in Leaf Green you can get Pinsir as opposed to Scyther. So there are the exclusive ones. And here's a little rest house. It's not really necessary to get in here or anything, but you can go and talk to people and they will say random stuff. Not exactly anything too spectacular, but you know. So let's just keep on going on. I believe there's also some Pokemon that are around for the first time here that we haven't been able to find anywhere else, but those we can find later on. So I'm trying not to run too much here in case we go too far and too fast, but hopefully you can bear with me there. And in a moment I will show a good technique for not using up your steps, because going to the farthest reaches of this area to look for Pokemon can easily use up your steps really quickly. And win a free HM for finding the secret house. That's the first thing we have heard about it being an HM, so that is very good. And Pokemon hide in the tall grass, zigzag through grassy areas to flush them out. Well, that is not the best idea in the Safari Zone, because you will use up your steps, and now we currently are little past halfway there. So the best way to find Pokemon is to tap the button really lightly, and then you'll find a Pokemon, like that. And it is a Nidorino. I'll try to catch this real quick and then I'll see you in a moment again. Well, it didn't go so well. I used a few of the Safari Balls and it eventually fled, but that's how it goes. We could go down that path, and I will do that eventually, but first I would like to go around, just so we can get all the things I want to get as soon as possible. And oh yeah, I forgot to mention that our last party member... Oh, Steelwing! And I never went over Sunny Day either. But our last party member is living in the Safari Zone here, so we will find one of those eventually. It has been pretty tough to choose which one of those I want, because I've gotten several requests and I've decided on which one I want to get. So hopefully that one is received as a good choice. So yeah, the area we want to go through is down here. The secret house is still ahead. Very nice. We haven't seen a secret house yet, but here we are in some sort of strange zone, and we've found gold teeth. That sounds strange. Maybe we can sell them or something. Request notice. Please find the Safari Warden's lost gold teeth. They were around here somewhere. Reward offered. Contact Warden. They were just down there. How stupid can you be to place a sign here and then just not go down there and pick up the teeth? That's lazy. Seems like they planted them there just for fun. And double team. Okay, we've gotten a lot of TMs now and I haven't gone over any of them. So sunny day is the opposite of rain dance. It makes the weather sunny, it boosts fire type moves and it weakens water type moves. Steel wing is a steel type move that is pretty decent and it's very basic, just an attacking move. Double team boosts your evasiveness and can be really cheap in some battles when it works. And that's that. So now I can stop annoying myself. Very sorry about that. But we've reached something. Hello! Finally! You're the first person to reach the secret house. Although I made a campaign for our grand opening, I was getting worried that no one would win our campaign prize. Congratulations, you have won! And we get an HM. HM 03 is Surf. Pokémon will be able to ferry you across water using it. And this HM isn't disposable, so you can use it over and over. You're super lucky for winning this fabulous prize. Thanks a lot! And it is a very good prize to get. So let's just check it out before we do anything else. There it is. We can't use it for crossing water just yet because we need a badge for it, but we can still teach it to Chester so he can have a very powerful water type move. So let's see. What should we have him forget? Dragon Rage is reliable, but it's not that strong anymore, though Tackle could be good to get rid of, I suppose. So, yeah, I think we'll do that. Poof. Because I don't believe he will go up against very many Pokemon where he'll have to use Tackle as opposed to Surf or anything. Next up, I think we should stop by him and take his item. Because he has his water type moves now and those will benefit him a lot. And give that to Johnny because he has his special attack and he will probably get much better use out of this these black glasses. So let's do that. Paris also holds something, so I'll take that because Paris isn't doing anything, and it was a big mushroom. That is very good actually. We could certainly use that. And there was also another item we picked up, which was the Quick Claw, and since this guy is kinda slow, I think he should get it. Spoiler is also kinda slow and could possibly benefit from using it, but Novel will get it for now. Now there is one more area that I want to go to, down there. But I don't think we will be able to reach it because it's blocked off here and we have very few steps left and I just wasted some, but that was on purpose because I don't think we can reach it even so. So I will just use the retire option and then I'll see you back here in a moment. And here we are at the entrance to that other zone. And it is a lot easier to get around the Safari Zone quickly once you go through it for the second time, because you aren't wasting your steps on going to get items and such. And it gets a lot easier once you are able to use Surf outside of battle. And because you can just cross over the pond in the center zone and get to any zone really quickly. But let's pick up some more items, shall we? Max Revive is very good. And some more things, possibly. Nothing up here. Maybe something hidden, but I don't know. And something down here too. A Max Potion. Very good. We are getting very many items here. So we shouldn't be short on anything once we are through this area. I don't think there's anything special in here, but we can go and take a look. Hello? Anything special here? Tossing rocks at Pokemon might make them run, but they'll be easier to catch. Yeah, I went over that before. And bait too, so no need to go over that again. I hiked a lot, but I didn't see any Pokemon I wanted. That's too bad. The rare ones can be pretty hard to find, so sadly it's not that easy. But before we do anything else, there is a Pokemon we want that is in this grass area. It's in a different zone too, but it's easier to find here. And here it is! We got it on the first try. This will be our last party member. It was pretty hard to choose between this one and the other one I wanted, because it was between one of my favorite Pokemon and one of my favorite types, so yeah, it was a hard choice. The other choice would have been Scyther, but I already had 2 flying types, so I didn't want another one. Or almost 2 flying types. And we got it on the second ball. Awesome. Whew. I was waiting for it to be much harder to get, because you have a 4% chance of finding it here, and it doesn't have the best catch rate, but we got it easily. When it's about to tackle, it whips its body repeatedly with its 3 long tails. That is pretty interesting. And now, the name I wanted for this one did give me a little bit of trouble, because there's no real name for the person I named it after, which is my sister. And I tried to find something good to name this one after her. And since they are all males, I had to get a little bit creative, but I think I came up with something good. So this one will be named Estus, which is a Latin word which goes together with another word to make a term that means high temperature, which I think will fit a hot-blooded type of Pokemon like a Taurus very well. So that is what we will do. So now that we have done that, let's retire once again and go out and find it in the PC. So I should have gone and caught a few more Pokemon, but I will do that between this episode and the next. And I will also go and grind a little bit, because my team is slightly weaker than they should be. So yeah, I'll try to do a lot of that between this episode and the next, so just expect a lot of changes between then and now. But for now, let's go and check out our new Pokemon. And yeah, here is all the stuff I have caught so far. Let's get Estus here and go to our party and get rid of you for now. Sorry, Paris. And I accidentally caught another Paris. That was a little bit stupid of me, but oh well. Now we have a full team. And it didn't take that long, honestly. They aren't too high leveled. And here it is. It has a mild nature. How strange for a cow like this one. But its stats are very good. It is pretty close to Johnny's stats, just switch around the special attack and attack stat. Even though it is at a lower level, so it will be very powerful. It is a very strong attacker, and its ability makes others weaker, so that is good too. And it gets some pretty good moves. Rage, it's not too powerful right away and takes some time to build up. Thorn attack, on the other hand, is pretty powerful. And Pursuit can be good too, even though it is a dark move, and this one isn't too strong with the special attacks. But that is our newest party member. So hopefully you agree with that being a good choice. I like that one a lot. So that's all I can say about that. But lastly in this episode, I would like to go back and visit the warden. Hello. Here are your teeth. Thank you, lassie. You're a real lifesaver. No one could understand a word that I said, not one. I was too ashamed to show my face around the office even. Let me give you something for your trouble. And we get another HM, 2 in 1 episode, it's not bad. This one is something we will also use right away. Let's open this up and take a look. It is Strength. And it is a normal type move. It is very powerful and it can make you be able to move rocks around in the terrain. So that one will be taught to Estes right away. So, I think Horn Attack has pretty much, or a lot of PP, but I think we can switch it out for Strength because it's not that low on PP either. So, that's good, and it has 15 more power, so yeah. That's what we will do. And teach him the move he needs. And this one we can use outside of battle right away, because we gained the ability to do so when we got the rainbow badge. So let's just use Strength on this boulder. And then there we go. We can now pick up this too. It's a rare candy. And that one we will keep for a little while. I'm not sure when we will use stuff like that, but we'll see. Maybe we'll find a good occasion to do so later on. Anyway, I think we have done plenty in this episode, so I will just go and do some leveling, and I will catch a lot of Pokemon, and in the next episode we will do some other stuff. So until then, see you and take care.